Here
It
we
is
are.
not my favorite night of the week.
It's
It is not Friday.
the good news is it's almost Friday.
It is almost Friday. It
And
is.
you
How
got
are
some.
you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm really good. How are you?
I am good, thank you. I am tired. I am
You look
worn
tired.
down. It has been a
Yeah. You've
long.
been busy.
I've been busy. Work's been driving me crazy, and can I just say I cannot wait for school to start. There comes a time at the end of every summer that the young
Yeah.
ones,
Yeah.
yeah, my 9-year-old who turns 9, happy birthday, he turns 9 next week, or this week, and
I would
he
think for
should have
you
been.
though, it's more with the 9-year-old than your
It's the
daughter, right?
9-year-old.
Yeah.
The
Because once
18-year-old with the
my kids got
17.
into high school, they're like,
Yeah,
they're kind of self-sufficient,
nah.
do the
It's a
thing.
weird it's a weird it's a weird flip because my 9-year-old is like, yelling and screaming and wanting to, he's bored because I'm working and there's no camps and blah blah blah. My 17-year-old is like, I'm heading to Starbucks to go do schoolwork.
Yes. You're right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not to
So,
mention that you get to golf with her, and so there's less of that when
yes.
school starts and all that fun
Yes.
stuff, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yep. So,
All right.
we're here.
We are here. Yeah, so we could just I don't know, we can kind of jump into it here, which
Let's
is
jump in. Let's go. It's
it's
Thursday night, by the way, in case y'all don't know. It is Thursday evening on August 15th. And we have a bunch of courses to talk about as well as other stuff. So,
yeah.
what
But
what are
before
you
we do
drinking?
that, I'm just having I think I had this on the show before. So I got this and now we talk is it balcones or is it balcones?
Oh, I think it's about it's an ES at the end.
Yes.
BLCON. Yes, I think it's balconies
Okay, to make it kind
as
of
my
so
English.
I think I had this on here before. Now I wasn't I thought it was pretty good before. So when things are pretty good, they're not great. I put an oak stave in there, which kind of gives it a little bit more of a smoothness to it.
Oh, look at you.
So yeah, I'm just having one of these. I know you have an early day tomorrow, so you're not drinking,
Yeah,
right?
I have a 7 a.m. My wife and I have a 7 a.m. flight out for the weekend to go to a wedding. So, which is for us up at 4:30 and finish packing and out the door. Sorry, not for me. And then, but still up early. So I am not drinking. I got water.
Yeah.
I got my water bottle.
So you'll be drinking over the weekend at the wedding, I would assume, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
nice.
there's a lot stuff on Friday. The wedding is not until Sunday, which I don't think is completely uncommon. But anyway, it's so there's activities on. We have Friday night activities, Saturday night activities, Sunday night activities. Yep.
Nice. Are the kids going?
No, just wife and I.
Oh,
Yep.
ooh,
Yep.
those are
Yep.
good
A little fun.
weekends.
And she
Yeah.
doesn't know her birthday. My wife's birthday was just a couple weeks ago, and so she doesn't know yet. But I upgraded us, so she's got a nice little first class seat for the flight out to the wedding. So
Just her? You put her in first class and yourself
no,
in the
I'm there
back.
too. The two of us are together up in first class.
That
We don't
would
do this
be
often, but
hilarious. I know a
actually,
lot of men that would do that on purpose just so they can.
I just put me in first, and I just put her I put her in the back.
All right, so let's get into golf story. So I actually have a pretty good golf
Oh,
story.
let's hear it.
So you might recall, people that they might recall that I have a very good friend, my neighbor, who works for Hershey Entertainment, got promoted, and he's the general manager of the Hershey
Yeah.
Country Club.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
right. So he's been
He
getting
gave you a
us.
lifetime membership.
Yeah. I wish, right? I mean, I I can't say I do have a membership, but I get to play there quite a bit now.
Yeah,
But
that's
over
good.
the weekend, we got lucky because originally it was supposed to be Friday and Saturday, but Friday Hurricane Debbie came through, and but he got 12 of
Yeah.
us on Saturday and Sunday, and we had like this tournament slash event going on, and guess who won?
No! Wow. What was
I
it? What
have
was what was the
playing
tournament?
lights out golf recently.
That
So the tournament it was based on net, so it's 12 of us, and and then the same a lot of the same guys that are going on the Kiowa trip. So you're going
okay,
to meet a
cool.
lot of these guys.
Yep.
So it's based on handicap, but
Sure.
man, I shot an 85 and a
Dude,
90 at a difficult course.
85 and 90 on difficult course with your handicap is a win for
Yeah.
sure. Like, yeah,
I
that's
mean, I
great.
was a net 65, 70.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
Congratulations, man.
thanks. And then it continued on Tuesday on league night. Um, I was playing 9 holes, and by
Like,
the end,
were you just hitting the ball really well? Were your approach? Is there any one thing or two things you could
well,
point to that were
one
just
thing is
working?
finally Mashy. I'm hitting my driver straight. So, like, you saw me like when we were in like any
Yep,
given like that was probably 4 or 5 strokes like when I'm not
easily.
hitting. Yeah, so I was hitting that. That was dialed in. I
Yep,
was
good.
just making really good contact with everything else. I had 29 putts.
Oh,
Um,
that's good. That putter's on fire. Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
putter was on fire. So it's just, a
Yeah.
lot of things just came together, and it continued on Tuesday for league. I thought for sure I'd go into Tuesday and things would fall apart again. By the end of the seventh hole on our league night, we played 9 holes. I was beating my opponent by 10 strokes, and my partner said, "Hey, you might want to back off these past couple holes to keep your cap in check."
Wait,
Because we're
League Night is League Night in the sim, or that's the winter
no
time
that
it goes to the
the
sim?
wintertime it's in the sim. During
Got
the
it.
week it's at my local course called Deer Valley,
Okay.
and so I actually ended up tanking the last couple holes and double bogeying the last couple holes. Otherwise, I would have shot one over par probably.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations, man.
yeah, thanks. So
That's
we'll see if things continue.
so your tournament ended on Sunday, then you played league on Tuesday, right? So you
Yes,
had
yeah,
like Monday in between. Did you feel the need to go do something on Monday to like keep it going?
yes,
Were you like, I need to go, I just can't sit
totally.
around and
So
yeah. Yeah.
incidentally, that's kind of I actually got into my sim over the weekend too and patched a couple things in my enclosure so it's
Yeah.
usable again.
Yeah.
Um, and so I did, yeah, hit some balls in there. And I didn't have a chance to hit balls today, so I'm a little worried, but I want to keep that feel. Um, we'll see if it
Yeah.
continues, right?
Because
And
it's feel. It's like I mean, I played pretty well when we all went when we played when you were here, and I
yeah, yeah,
played pretty well. But it's that feel, like it felt, and it's funny. I've had a couple of instances since we've played where all of a sudden I was pushing my drives off to the right a little bit. Nothing huge, but not like when we played. Most everything was like right down the fairway, or just and I'm like, something doesn't feel the same as what it felt when we were playing, and I haven't been able to
yeah,
recapture that feel back. So I get a little bit, freaked out by it.
yeah. And then
But
my
I know
luck
that's
continued
insane.
last night. We had bocce. This isn't necessarily golf, but same guys I golf with. We're in a bocce league as well, and we won both of our matches against the number one team. So
Like I'm
it's
taking
like
you. Do you have
I'm
a
on.
Vegas trip this weekend planned?
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some lottery tickets tonight.
Please do. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. You should. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Congrats on the
thanks.
win. Both wins.
Yep.
Bring it forward into Kiowa in 6 weeks.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd be fun.
All right. So what I'm here for? Ooh, that's loud.
Hey,
Ooh.
that's loud.
So new courses, right?
We have some from the last episode.
We have cool dozen. Cool
Do you
dozen.
feel that courses are starting to pick back up a little bit, or do you feel that they're staying pretty summer level?
Hmm. It's hard to tell because we've been like really it's been 2 weeks, so it's only been 6 per week, right?
It's only 6 per week. As it's been two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
did we
mean,
do a show last week? No.
no, no,
No.
because
So it's been two
I was on
weeks.
vacation last week.
Yep. Yep.
So no, I feel like it hasn't quite picked up. I think September I think all the people start coming back. I mean, if we go by the YouTube channel stats on the designer YouTube,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
like that peaks in February.
Okay.
And we are just coming out of the lowest spot as far as those videos go. So people are starting to design again starting next month.
Those are starting to ramp back up. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Makes sense.
new courses.
Cool. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. No
LGLG.
cameras. So, first four. Let's jump right in here. We have.
You're as good as your name. Your pronunciation is as good as mine.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Man, and I didn't even. I've totally like Yeah, I didn't even try to, like, 'cause lots of times what I'll do is I'll put these into like Google and have the pronunciation come back to help me out, and
Yes.
I
Yeah.
forgot to do that this time. So
Well,
here we go.
and I say his name is Dallas. It could be Dallas, but I've done some golf with him in the beta league, and he's awesome to play with. And he's just a great guy, and I think he loves nothing more than to see us actually struggle to butcher the names of his courses.
I was fine until I see all the umlauts and stuff above the names.
Yes,
That's not what they are. I think that's a German thing. But so Klovs
Klo-
Joe,
Klovsjo, but is the J? Is he?
Klovjo.
It's Klovsjo.
It could be H2. It can't be J, be H. Klovjo.
Klovsjo.
Klovjo.
Klovsjo.
Klovjo. And then that's the easy part. Then you got Harjadalen. Harjadalen?
Oh, I'm so bad at it, Dallas. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to insult you or anybody, but I'm so bad at it.
I
So
know. Yeah.
uh,
It's Americans.
I-
We're horrible stuff like this.
exactly.
We
Yep.
think the world
Yep.
revolves around
America.
us. Yes.
But I can pronounce the next course,
Oh, there. Go for it. You can do that one.
Timber Ponte. No.
Poplar Grove.
Tim-
Why do I feel like we had another Poplar Grove course? Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, is it? I think Poplar Grove is outside of Chicago, if I remember, or is that Downers
Okay.
Grove?
I
Maybe
don't
it's
know.
Downers Grove. I
That
don't know.
sounds
But
really familiar to me for some reason.
yeah.
But
But
did you know
Timber
Dave
Pony.
is the man, though?
Dave is the man. He is the man. He's the one that we didn't check. Does he have any courses out? Is this his first course? I don't think. I
No,
don't
we
know.
checked. I think
No.
he said he has another one, so this is not
No,
his
but I
first.
checked Guy and I checked somebody else. I didn't check Dave the
Oh, you
man.
didn't check Dave?
No,
Oh.
I didn't check Dave as the man. So I have to check him right now. And let me see if Dave
No,
the man.
it is Dave's first because he commented on our show last week and said, "Thank you for the instructional videos. I just
Cool.
released my first course." So it is his first
Okay.
course.
Okay. So he
So
is blue. We do have a
congratulations,
blue.
Dave.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Yep. I thought we had one blue one.
Yes. So congratulations, Dave.
Yep.
You're the man. We got the Sands by Guy Holman in Torquay, Victoria, Australia.
Yeah.
We got
Yep.
Ridgetown Golf and Curling Club. Now that's an interesting combination. Golf and curling.
I want golf and axe throwing. I would like golf and
Yeah. That's in Ontario, Ridgetown, Ontario, Canada. Belvedere Golf Club in Charlevoix. I guess that's Charlevoix.
I think that sounds right. Yeah, Charlevoix, Michigan.
By TC Garage Golf. Now he does have another course out
He does.
already.
Yep.
So congratulations on number 2, TC Garage Golf.
Yep.
I'd be curious to know what the TC is. I don't know.
No.
We got John F. Parker Golf Course by the Golf Boy. That one's up there in Taunton, Massachusetts.
Yep. Nice job, golf boy.
And then we got a bunch by T Love. Now T Love is this is
He's
a
a
get off my
Pennsylvania
lawn
guy, right?
situation. He's a central Pennsylvania. These are like all around me. So Lebanon is literally Iron Valley Golf Club is about 35 minutes away from me. I have never played there. The reason being is I think it's a little bit expensive for what you get.
Okay.
And so a lot of my friends have played, but they usually go with if they find a coupon or something.
Okay.
There at some point. Now that I have it on the sim, maybe I'll bump it up my list.
Give it a shot. Yep.
Then we have Lancaster Country Club, which is a 27-hole facility. This is where the Women's U.S. Open was just held over the summer.
Yep.
So those 3 by T Love. So we got Lancaster Country Club, Meadow Creek Dogwood, then we got Highlands Dogwood, and then we got Meadow Creek Highlands, right? All down in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We got Stoney Nakoda by T Squared in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. And we have Honey Run Golf Club. Now that one was just released today. Another one by T Love down in York, Pennsylvania. That is also York is very close to me, but I've never heard of Honey Run, so I might have to check that out.
That'd be cool. Yeah, a lot of. I mean, I know T Love is there in that area, but a lot of Pennsylvania drop. That's good. And in this one time, Yep.
So let's get into.
Let's go.
Let's get into DM pals. If Steve, give me some explosions there. Steve, that was really weak explosions.
Steve, that was really.
There we go.
There you go. There you go. Much
Thank you,
better.
buddy. Thank you, buddy. Um, so let's jump into the first one here, which is congratulations on Jay Pruitt on Ridgetown Golf and Curling Club. So, funny thing about this course. Now, before we get into the course itself, I looked at this
Yep.
and Mash, you know, I got these 12 guys that I do everything with. We
Yep.
golf together, we do indoor sim, we do bocce, we're doing
Yep.
Kiowa with these guys. You're going to meet them. We have always wanted to try curling. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So when this came up, actually, we talked about this after bocce last night. I said, oh my gosh, there's a place in Ontario, Canada that has golf and curling. And they're all like, that's our trip next year.
That's our trip next year. We're
Yeah.
going to go up to Canada.
So I did some investigation, okay, and this place is actually a part of a larger conglomerate called North Golf. They have a ton of courses. I want to say they have like a dozen different courses,
Okay.
3 of which are like stay and play facilities. Now,
Oh,
Ridgetown is not a stay and play place. It's like one of their courses,
right.
but one of their stay and play is like maybe like 45 minutes away from there. So I reached out to them and I said, hey, I got 16 guys. We want to come play, and I forget the name. I forget the name of the stay and play place, but I was like, we want to go to the stay and play. They have 3 courses there. Could we one of the days go to Ridgetown and golf there and work in like a
A
curling
curling. Yeah.
event? The answer back was no, we don't do that.
What?
That was it.
There was just no, we don't.
Yes.
You're like saying, take my money. And he's like, no, we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. No, like, no, we don't do that. Sorry. I was like, all right. Guess, and as I told the
Okay.
guys,
I
like,
guess
guess we're not going there.
Guess we're not going there. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
Ridgetown
well.
Golf, we'll see how the golf course is here. Well, Jay
There's a
Pruitt.
curling center, by the way. If I'd known you had this passion or the desire for curling, we drove past a curling center on the way to Fossil Trace when you were here.
Oh, really?
It is literally a half mile from there. We could have played Fossil Trace, then swung by and rented a curling lane, and someone could have broomed and someone could
Yes.
have curled, and
There's one in Philadelphia we could go to. I think it's just a matter of like one of us like reaching out, planning it, and doing the
yeah,
trip. But I
for
thought
sure.
combining it together would be great. But nope,
Well, yeah, but
apparently
no,
not.
you're not allowed to. Not allowed. Nope.
We don't do that. Um, this is not an incredibly long course. It's kind of short,
Yep.
as a matter of fact, only 6,100. I'm not sure if this was something he did as a commissioned course or not, but beautiful looking course. And if it is a commission, someone definitely paid a premium for this one because they got some nice signs, they got some
You want to kill our
flags.
video real quick because we're blocking their
Are we
right
on
side of
still
the
in the
screen.
video? Steve, what are you doing,
Yeah.
man?
Come on, Steve. Thank you. There we go. Now we can see the flags.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
so
The
cool
signs were
flags.
great. The
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 signs
the
were great. So much depth in these. Like,
They were, yes, and depth and age.
yeah, yes.
They
Yes.
look like they're worn, and yeah, I loved them. I thought they were great. They look like they were hand carved.
Yeah, like I feel like some guy went out there and just chiseled away at these for days. And like
Yes.
even like the maps of all the holes were
Yep.
really like the holes and stuff. So I'm not sure where he got these. Maybe he found like images like this. But really well
Well,
done
I
from
mean,
that perspective.
to be honest with you, the hole itself looks like it's out of Inkscape.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah, he might have
It
just
looks
taken
like
the
an
SVG
Inkscape
out of there.
image, but and that's yeah, he just exported the SVGs, but like the depth that he put around it on the background wood is so good.
Yeah, yeah, I really like it. And yeah, and what I also like is like a lot of times, and I encourage other guys to do this, is when you're planting trees and fairways, put a couple tufts of like grass, like
Yep.
VS Pro or Unity
Yep.
around the bottoms. He went an
Yep.
extra step further and kind of planted some flowers and stuff out there, make it look pretty cool. I don't know if the course is actually this nice in real life. When I visited their website, it didn't appear to be. I think he dressed this up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm curious what you think. It's not it's fine, but I struggle personally with the blends on the cart pads. And sometimes they can look like shadows, which I do like. You can see the blend on the cart path
Yes, right here.
right there.
Yep.
So sometimes it can look like a shadow, and sometimes it just looks like a weird concrete blend. I haven't just I usually get rid of my blends on cart paths. I'm not saying one way is right or wrong, and I don't add curbs normally, but I'm just curious what your thoughts are on blends on cart paths.
I like it because to me it looks like the cart path, and maybe this is
Kind of
just how we
bends a
use it.
little bit.
Yes, I like it like
Yeah,
it's rounded on the edges now.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I like it now. The white maybe throws that off a little bit, but I think it looks good. I think it looks good
Yep,
here.
yep. Okay, cool.
So some really good vegetation. I thought this vegetation looked a little bright to me. Could have toned those down a tad,
The
maybe.
white colors were the tops of the vegetation to me, where the
Yeah,
flowers tops
yeah,
were a little bit bright.
yeah. Or work in another vegetation that's a little bit darker. I'm not sure. Um, but overall, I mean, it's still that's certainly
It
minor,
looks
not
great.
something I would fix. Yeah, it looks really
Reflections are great. I thought the watercolor was great as well.
yeah, really cool. Just golf complex. You saw this from a couple buildings. I don't know like what's in that building. That might be where the curling is. I would think.
I
Uh,
would think the curling center, I mean, if it truly is a golf and curling center, it's gonna be in that building.
yeah. Um,
Did he
so,
did he I didn't look at this one on the web. Did they have a picture of the clubhouse when you looked at it?
I didn't really look for the clubhouse. Now, when I looked on the
Okay.
web, I saw like pictures of the curling facility. It didn't look
Yeah.
that big, so I'm wondering if that's just like a private thing. You have to be a member in order to use it or something.
Okay.
Maybe they don't allow guests in. That's what I'm guessing. Missed opportunity there, though. I mean,
Well,
uh,
he should have partnered up with R. Dyer and created GS Pro Curling, so you
yeah.
putt.
Yeah. Um, this was funny. So I'm just going around exploring, and this is yeah, you don't really see this from the course, but I thought it was hilarious. So you see these wires here, the last two. So this is the last two poles, and this is
Yep.
getting towards the outer edge, something the golfer really doesn't see. But
They
for
go to
some
nowhere.
reason, just these two wires, not the ones like between
Yeah.
the rest of the lines were fine. Just these two, between these two poles, they're swinging around like jump ropes. It was,
I
what
wonder
is
if he
going
was experimenting with putting a like a wind
wind?
shader
Yeah, they're like
on
flapping
there.
around. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It was hilarious. It made me chuckle a little bit. So, but good job on the course. Congratulations on the end, pal Jay Pruitt, and keep up the good work. All right, so let's go to Canmore, Alberta, Canada, and look at Stoney Nakoda.
Wait, are these
Uh,
two Canadian courses back to back as MPOWs? What are we thinking?
yes, right. Now that at least
Wow.
they're two different provinces, right?
Yeah, it's true. At
Um,
least they are, but like, man, Canada representing tonight.
Now this one is, I think, based on the description, that this is on like an Indian reservation. So
I
it's in the
think you're
Rockies.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Sits on the land of the Stoney Nakoda peoples, known as the Peoples of the Mountains. So I don't know if like this is a reservation that they do. Maybe that's not how it works in Canada. I know in US, in the US, there's Indian reservations. They have
Yep.
gambling and all different kinds of
Yep.
stuff. I'm not sure if that
Yep.
works up there. Um, so
Long course.
yeah, and have you? And I'll bring this up. And we brought this up in pre-show. We've been noticing some wacky stuff with the scorecards since
Yes.
Greenkeeper 3.
Yes. Yeah,
So
John, I know you like to watch. I don't know if you've noticed it. You probably have noticed it, but if you haven't noticed it, there is a little bit of wonkiness going on lately with these scorecards. So you might want to check something out. We think it might be coming
yeah.
out of Greenkeeper.
So this one, looking at it, the resolution seems to be very low for some reason. It gets some granular issues here. It's not.
Granularity.
Yeah, great. Yes. And you'll see another one coming up the next MPAL too. There's some funky stuff going on. But anyway, so Stoney Nakoda, I actually played this one in the sim with my daughter's boyfriend. We both shot 75s. This was like, I've been on fire.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
you are. Yeah, you are.
so
That's
T
good.
box number one, immediately opening up, and what I did like about this course is it had a little bit of forgiveness, not a
Yep.
lot. You could still get
Yep.
in trouble, but it wasn't extremely tight. We'll talk about the next course as far
Yep.
as tightness goes. Um, some great things here. Now the T markers, I thought the T markers were really great. The only thing I would say is it's really hard to tell what they were without zooming
Correct.
in on them.
Correct.
So I don't know if like standing them up straight. I thought it would be great if you
Maybe at an
animate them and
angle with
they
the
land in front of
feather.
you like someone's shooting an arrow at you or something. I don't know. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that was again not even a complaint, but they were hard to see. Like they're really cool and the detail on them are great. They were really hard to see until you flew over them and looked at them.
yeah. And then flags, pretty cool too.
Flags.
Definitely like an
Yep.
Indian. You got the peace pipe there, shaking hands. Peace symbol. So I assume, hopefully, this is an indigenous people course, and this is approved. Or otherwise, you probably not PC, right? Oops.
Takedown notice incoming in 3,
Yes,
2,
from
1.
the natives, from the mountain people. Now this is up in the Rockies, so he did a really good job, I thought, with particle effects here too. So you see, like it's almost like the clouds coming up over the mountains looked
Yeah.
really good. So here's one shot of that. And of course, this is a T squared
There's always
course.
going to be T squared course. There's going to be animals.
If there's not a wolf, there's some deer, right?
There's some deer. Yep.
Good T signs.
Yep.
Good T signs.
Yep.
Now
Here's where I would love to have seen a little wind shader on there and like the T's, the signs swaying on the chains a little bit in the wind would be cool.
yeah. Now all these he gave each hole, and I am assuming these are real. So this was hole 2. It's called Deer Run. Here
Yep.
we got hole
Whole
3, which
trees.
is called Chikini, right? Mountains look, now these are nature manufactured mountains. He did a good job putting these in. The
Yep.
only thing I would say, I think we talked about this early in pre-show. They look really good. I think they could have been darkened a little bit to match his terrain and trees a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think the you see how dark green, almost olive green that the terrain is, and then those two light. It's off in the distance. You don't really see it up close unless you fly up like this. But
Yeah.
yeah, I darken those up a little bit would look just make it match seamlessly all the way through.
Yeah. Now those are the mountains, and then I think these are the nature manufacturer hills in the short area here. But you
Yep.
can definitely lighten
Yep.
or
Tweak those
darken
up.
those up. Yep. Tweak them a little bit.
I've actually used those mountains before and just actually changed the texture completely on it to get a whole different look, but not have to create a mountain from scratch. It works as well too.
Yeah. And you can see the particle effects out there coming across
It's
these.
great.
Now, it's tough to get these right. Now it looks like smoke out there, but it just depends on the angle that you're looking at.
Yeah, I've run into that too with those, especially with those particle effects from nature manufacturer. Some angles they look white and cloudy, and sometimes they look dark and kind of smoky. It just depends on it. They
Well,
got to tweak them a little bit.
those are the Indians setting up smoke signals.
Yeah.
We saw this and we couldn't figure out what some of these things were. So if you know T squared, we'd love to hear like what is Three Sisters? That has me interested because well, not only that's 3,000 miles away, I have 3 daughters, so there's 3 sisters. I assume that Skogan Peak is a mountain peak someplace. Mount Townsend is another one. Mount Rundle, but we
Mount
couldn't figure out.
Rundle is a Mount Rundle is a mountain. I don't know if it's a single mountain or a mountain range in Alberta. So maybe these are just
It's in Alberta,
directional
but why does it say
signs.
2,948 miles then? That's
Yeah,
like on the other
Mount
side of the
Rundle is in
continent.
yeah, Mount Rundle is in Alberta, Canada.
Oh, or maybe that's meters.
That's meters, 2,948 meters, not miles.
So it's like 2.9 kilometers. Okay. Jeez, God. Fucking idiot.
Let me see.
I forgot we were in Canada for a minute
It's
there.
in Canada. Everything's in meters.
I wish we were in meters, honestly. Um,
Hold on, Townsend. I'm looking here. Hold on.
Mount
Mount
Townsend.
Townsend is in Washington.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Wait a minute.
those just must all be mountains to I don't
So
know
wait a minute.
around the area.
Washington. Oh wait, this course is in Alberta,
There's
Canada. That's
Alberta.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it
Yep.
must be close to the border
You're up
then.
in the Canadian Rockies, so you're up
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Pacific
yeah.
Northwest. Yep.
Okay. Um,
This looks so good.
yeah, his forest is really good in here. Like, and this is like throughout the whole course. It kind of reminds me of the look I was going for when I did Glacier Golf, which is like an unkempt perimeter around the golf course, which is you got fallen trees, you've got stumps, right? In this case, it looks like someone was doing some logging and left some
Yeah.
stuff around. That looks really good. You've got rocks that have, lots of weeds around them, things
But
that are
go
decaying.
back real
Yeah.
quick. Go back real quick though, because like for new designers, like right here, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5. If I include the little ones, like maybe 5 or 6 different trees just by looking here, right here.
Hmm.
But they're not so dense that it's going to impact any kind of performance, but it gives that look because if you were to look at a normal forest, you're not going to see the same tree 17 times, right?
Yeah.
So you'll see some trees more frequently and then other trees less frequently. And it looks really, really good. I love the fallen tree as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks very natural and just what you would expect
Yep.
in Canada.
Like don't hit your ball over there. You're not going to find it.
Yeah. Yeah. I forget where this was, but just another spot that kind of like,
Yep.
looked cool.
Yep.
Extra touches. So congratulations on another MPAL T squared.
Yep.
Thank you very much. And Klovsjo.
And I don't know how to say it. This course.
Yeah, this course in Sweden. Yeah.
Dallas, congratulations, bud. This is a really, really cool course. I now to the opposite, almost extreme opposite of what we just said in the last course. This course has no forgiveness, not much forgiveness. There's a
Yes.
tiny bit, but this is really, really narrow. A mountainy course in now. Why is it in feet? Like it's in Sweden. Shouldn't this be in meters? Altitude should be in meters and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just making up. But you can see also there's some wonkiness across the top of the scorecard here that's in
Yes.
GS Pro. I pulled this from GS Pro. So I don't know if that's
It's
Greenkeeper
Greenkeeper
or
again.
yeah, I mean, it has to be. So there's some wonkiness happening on the scorecards. Not a hugely long course, 6,200, and you're up almost 2,000 feet. So it's not a hugely long course, but it is a tight course. There are some really, really, really tight holes on here. I think the only thing that I didn't see on the course we'll go through is I love in this description that, if you haven't had lunch, you can just, swing by if your ball's in the rough, you can swing by and eat some lingonberries and some blueberries. I didn't see them on the course, Dallas. I flew around looking for blueberries. I didn't see any.
Should I know what a lingonberry is?
It's kind of like a blueberry, except it's just tastes like lingon. You should know what a lingonberry is
Why should I know what a lingonberry is?
because they're good.
Yeah, are you serious? Did you know what they are? Hold on, I gotta look up what
Yeah.
lingonberry is. Lingonberry is.
Lingonberry, they're
Oh my
red, they're
gosh,
little
they make
red
like
berries.
they look like little tiny cherries.
Yeah, they're like, they almost look like, the little berries at the end of mistletoe, but they're not poisonous,
Yes.
obviously. They're tasty, you can get jellies and jams just like any other berry, they're
Yeah,
good.
I've never heard of these. They must be like,
Yeah.
are they kind of a mountain thing? I've never heard of it. Yeah.
I don't know where they're indigenous to, I don't know, I have to
Okay.
search to figure out, but I think they're mountainous. I think you find lingonberries in more mountainy terrain versus, like, you're not gonna
Versus
find them
like the dingleberries you find down in the valley.
those are on the pasture land. Okay, let's get to the course.
Okay.
Dalis
All
is like,
right.
talk
All right.
about my course, man.
All right.
Here's what we're talking about tight. You're not going anywhere but down that fairway and a little bit into the rough. But the thing that I loved about the course, there's a couple of things I really loved about it. We talked about this in pre-show as well, that we really loved about the course is it it felt like a mountain course. It felt like it was on a late evening round with the lighting he chose, with the clouds he set and with the colors he has. It felt like it was like a wet course. Had gotten a lot of rain. Fairway. I
Lush.
mean, I would set this up for a soft fairway and a soft green and play it that way because it felt that way. It felt like it was kind of
Yeah.
cool out. But
I
if you want to move forward, Steve, you can see
I
great
I
tees and
felt
stuff.
like overall too that the course was like a combination of Domaine La Forest made it with Tobacco Road.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that undulation, not as extreme as Tobacco Road, and probably not as tight as Domaine La Forest. But yeah,
Right.
I can see the mix of the two. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like if they had a baby.
Yeah. If it was it Conan O'Brien that used to do that bit, if they made it, and he'd like put
I
pictures
think
of two
so.
stars up there, and then like the
Yep.
picture of their baby. It was just
And
like
what the
this
baby would
ugly,
look like with a
like a monkey.
superimposed.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That's pretty good. So cool tees, rocks that have been flattened and painted. I like that. Cool flags, they all match. So as you would expect from a good course, and Dallas does at this level of detail.
yeah. He
Uh,
spends a lot of time on his courses.
this is actually hole number 2, and I took a bunch of screenshots from various parts, but what I love, it's a little hard to see because it is a little dark. I could have lightened it up, but there's a lot going on here. You can tell you don't want to hit your ball into the deep rough. The grasses are thick. There's lots of trees. You're not going to get your ball out of there if you get it in there. But more importantly, I mean, this uphill par 5, you can see the slope on the right coming down to the left and the slope on the left going down. Everything funnels down to the center of the fairway up there as you go around the turn, up the bend, on the dog leg up to the flag. It was a really cool, fun course like that. Like, I hit my ball up to the right side to watch it roll right back down to the fairway. So it was pretty cool. While it's not forgiving if you go really wild, you can still miss and still have it end up in the fairway, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, the Tobacco Road piece of it, right?
The Taka Road piece of
And
it.
I'm
Yep.
I'm told by Steve that he has Swedish music. Hold on a second.
Oh, we have Sweevis.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe
I
this
like
is like
it.
their national anthem or something. Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. I like it. All right.
All
So,
right.
do we need to turn it up and like listen for a minute and hear the
And like
national anthem and talk
everything
over
down
it?
and just listen. Yeah. Um. So yeah. So here's some of the sun shafts that we were talking about earlier with the lighting.
Yeah. Yeah. And now, listen, I think sun shafts are hard because I think from some angles they
You
look
said
fantastic
shaft.
like this.
Shafts
I
are
did say
hard.
shaft. um, that was my best Beavis and Butthead impression. Um, but in other angles, they can blind you completely and you can't see. I guess that's like real life too. This was a great shot. This is I don't remember which hole this was, but I thought this was a really great look with the sun shafts coming through the trees. I said shaft again. We need a little pop up every ding every time I say shaft.
Yeah, this was interesting, right?
Yeah. So like the cart paths aren't concrete and they aren't asphalt. And I don't know if they're dirt. I don't know what they were. It was a really interesting texture he used. It was a seamless texture. I couldn't find a pattern anywhere in it. So I thought it was really well done. And it plays as rough, though. I mean, obviously, my ball is sitting on the cart path and it's played as rough. So I don't know if that was by design to play as rough or should it have played more like a pine straw. I don't know, or sand, or I don't know. But they were really cool looking. I really liked them. And then I was looking for, there is no clubhouse. And by the way, there is no range. Jay, let's update this thing and put the range on here because I think it'd be fun to hit balls on this range. But one of the things I thought was really cool that shows off, I think, some of the power of the a good tall tree combined with the advanced lighting that they've implemented to get these really long shadows on the driving range, right? So I can feel like it's end of the day and you're hitting your ball and the sun's going down and the trees are going across. I just thought it was a really cool looking,
So what is
shot.
this a screenshot? Is this a hole?
No,
Or
it's the
what?
driving range that is not implemented.
Okay, I was going to say, I was like, this would be a perfect spot for a driving range.
It is the driving range. It's just where the driving range. He just needs to go into greenkeeper and drop down the pin and the
Yeah, yeah,
hitting
yeah,
area, and
yeah,
he'd
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah,
driving range. Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now there is no clubhouse, and I did do some research on it, and it looks like the clubhouse is pretty far from the starting hole, and it isn't really visible. So I don't think we're missing anything by not even having it in the course because you don't really see it from the holes at all.
Okay.
So great
Oh,
course. Really loved this one.
congratulations. Yeah. So that's it for the MPALs.
Congrats, everybody.
Congratulations. Which takes us to the
Coach of the week.
yeah, here we go. So we're switching things up this week, and you're gonna go first.
I'm going first. I have a couple. Nothing crazy, but just a
All right.
couple. I think
All
they'll
right,
be
we got to
fun.
put
We'll
our
see.
video back in here. All right, Steve. There we go. All right.
Hold on, I'm dancing to music.
Okay. All right. All right. First one. Here you go. I haven't seen
First
these
one.
yet, so let's see what happens here. Oh, jeez. Yes, that is totally accurate. 80
By the
90.
way,
It's an 80 90.
it's
Yes.
8090. It's an RTX. I also, by the way, I love the asking for a friend at the end of
Yes.
this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
So anyway, I thought that was pretty
They
good.
do keep like those freaking things do keep like they have you seen like what the 5Ks are gonna look like?
Oh,
I mean they're
you need a whole.
they're
You
like the
need a
size of like
whole.
2 bricks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I am going to need Steve, I think, to move our video to that side for the. I think
I
it
mean
goes
to the
over.
left.
Yeah, Steve, move us to the left.
There.
There we go.
There.
Oh no, Steve, move us. Oh wait, Steve, move us to the right.
And shake it around. Yeah.
Now let's see if it works. This is why
Put
Steve
your
doesn't.
left foot in, put your left foot out, put your
Now
right
move
foot
us to
in,
that.
and shake it all about. Okay. I had this one too. I knew
Did you?
I knew we were both gonna get this one.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
no, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No,
We
it's
don't look at each other's posts, so.
no, we don't. This was and I actually commented on this because another guy commented and said you have to go into settings and leave your round, and I was like, no, you don't, dude. I don't know how anyone missed the big tee off button at the
Tee
bottom
off
of the
button.
screen.
Now, my only assumption was maybe he meant the default driving range. Like maybe he's on the GS Pro default driving range, the practice range, or you do have to, you know what I mean? If you go into practice and you
Yeah.
click on range, that one you have to exit. Who cares? Exit your range to go pick a course to play. But I did notice that there were a few comments. So if Steve would now move us to the left, I cherry picked a few of the best comments, and I left their
Okay.
names in here because they are pretty good. So the first two go together, which is, huh?
Yeah. What? What?
And then the third one that I grabbed, I thought for me like won the day was the third one. You can hit go on that one. And you drunk already?
Yes. That was yeah. Sometimes people you just have to once in a while just explore things. You know, click on buttons that you don't know what they do and see what they do.
It
right?
won't break. It won't blow up. Just hit go and see what it does.
Yeah.
Okay, those are mine.
Oh, those are yours. Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
So here, let me move back to the Steve to the right, please. Thank you very much. Well, look at that.
Wait, is it the same? Is this? Oh, you just got. Yeah, you just grabbed it.
I grabbed it off
centered
my
on
phone,
yeah.
so it might have looked
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
So this next one is long. You don't have to read the whole thing. I'll give you the gist of it. But so here's this guy opening up a business, okay, with GS Pro and Unicore.
Okay.
He's opening up a business.
Yeah.
Never played the software.
Has he
Never
bought
played
it already?
I've joined several forums with never playing this software. I'm a little concerned with customers being able to use the software easily. Don't
How
you
about
think?
you think you should try it yourself? And
Yeah, you're going to open up a business, and this is going to be the main thing your customers are going to interact with, and you don't know the first thing about it? Come on, man!
It's like a chef who doesn't taste their food before they serve it to make sure that the ingredients are.
I'm going to create this dish, and I'm just going to throw all this shit in there and throw it out to people. And
I'm gonna serve it to you,
goes.
and if it's good, great. If not, if it doesn't, I mean, this one's not gonna go well.
I have you actually joined the golf simulator business group? There was
a golf center business group now.
Yes, I joined it because a friend of mine was thinking about opening one. He wanted me to partner with him. It didn't happen, but I joined this group. It is amazing the
lack of knowledge.
Yes, that people
Yeah.
are opening these
Yeah.
businesses and don't understand the first thing about A, simulators, running a business, or just like money.
And I don't know if I don't think Golf Sim is the only one to do this, but I think there is a really interesting intersection between technology required both in launch monitors and in computers to do this right,
Yeah.
and a crowd that is not always the most tech savvy. Not everybody, but
Hmm.
generally speaking, like there's a lot of non-tech savvy people that are trying to build simulator, and more power to them. I think they should. But I would think that I would maybe do it in my house first before I tried to open a business and give it a kick the
Yeah.
tires. I don't know.
Yeah. That's just like this guy. I mean, I just can't believe you would not even try the software before doing this. But hey,
I think this is up. We've got one near us that opened up. That it was funny. There's a near my house where you've been. I think we might actually. I think I told you we walked by it. And we drove by. Whatever. It used to be an old Netflix warehouse. So when you returned your Netflix DVD, the
no way.
envelope, yeah, that's where they went here, and so that it's been empty forever. And years ago, I was like, hey, we should buy that and build a golf sim out of it. Well, guess what? A year ago, somebody bought it and put a golf sim stuff in it.
Yeah.
And so a friend of mine is part of that group who did it, and I was asking about how it's going, and he was like, "Oh, from October to March, it's amazing, and from
Yeah.
April to September, it's
Nothing.
dead because no
Yeah.
one's playing. They got to make all their money in 5 months, 4 months."
Yeah. Yeah. I had a friend of mine who he had this location, and it's a great location because it's downtown Hummelstown where I live. And it's not a
Okay.
metropolis, but it's like a very kind of social area. There's a
Yep.
pizza place there that's popular. A brewery just opened up. Just up the road, a block is another brewery that you can eat at. So we wouldn't have to sell alcohol. People could just walk and like bring alcohol in.
Yep.
Um, but the place that we put it in is it's really old. As a matter of fact, it's where Milton Hershey, who founded the everything Hershey,
Yep.
he
Yep.
was embalmed. It's an old funeral home. It's a
Oh.
really cool place,
Oh.
but the ceilings aren't high enough,
Oh.
and it would have taken significant effort to raise the
Sure.
ceilings. And it's like a
Yeah.
historic place. I'm not even sure if they
Yeah.
would let us do it because it's historic. So we backed out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Makes sense. All right.
so next one, you're gonna like this one.
Okay. I'm excited.
You're really gonna like this. I can't believe that you didn't see this one. You ready?
Uh huh.
What do you guys think about that 10 by 10 screen?
I think it's 10 by 10.
Yeah.
I think you. I did not see this post at all. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
and
What was the feedback? Like, what were the
well, the
comments in
feedback
there?
was like one of the guys honestly said, "Dude, what do you want to know? Like, get the screen that fits your space." And the guy gave him a hard time. He said, "I don't need to be ridiculed on." And then the guy was like, "Well, then give us some more information about
More
like
info.
what
Yeah.
you're looking at. Like, are
Yeah.
you asking about the aspect? Are you talking about like a manufacturer?" So
Something more than what do you think?
I think I think a lot of the comments were, "It's probably 10 by 10."
It's probably 10 by 10. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good guess. Have you measured it to make sure? I don't
Yeah.
understand, but I mean, again, I stopped trying to understand Facebook posts a long time ago.
Oh
I
yes. Oh
just look for them to
yes.
put in here. Thank you for the entertainment value.
Yes. Thank you for the giggles. Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Is that your last one?
That is it.
That's a good one to end on.
Yeah.
Nicely done, my friend.
Yeah.
All right. No show next week. I'm gone all week, and so I won't be able to do anything.
Yep.
So
And then the week after that, I am traveling.
okay. So
So
we'll have to
maybe
play it
we
by
have
ear.
to do a little bit of next week. I'll stay tuned with courses.
Yeah.
And then maybe the week after that, you stay tuned with
You stay tuned in
courses.
courses and
I still might be able to record the week after because I'll be in Vegas during the week. I get back Friday, and I will be home that weekend. So
you are going to Vegas. See, you dog. You are
yeah,
heading to
right,
Vegas
yeah,
with your
you're
lucky
right.
streak.
It is a work trip, but yeah,
I
yeah.
actually get home Thursday night, and so maybe we can find time to record over the weekend next weekend if I can have time to go through the courses.
All right. Well, let's see how many
So,
come out.
yep, we'll figure it.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, everybody. Master, as always, pleasure hanging out with you for
Yep.
an hour and a half.
Yeah, always fun. All right. See you
Bye,
later,
guys.
everybody. Bye.
Yep.